Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? All right, what we're going to be talking about right now is something that is pissing me off like you would not believe. All right, first, Joey Boy goes and gives them over there $725 million. Then I find out that he announces that he's giving $1 billion in aid to help African nations rebuild homes that were damaged by natural disasters. Natural disasters. Joey? Joey? What about the natural disasters called Helene and Milton that happened here? Okay, and what about the citizens here that are living in tents and freezing to death? What about us, huh? What about the people of Western North Carolina? Where you at? Use your brain, Joe, all right? All right? Because I know you don't have too many cells to rub together there, okay? But this is getting ridiculous, and you're under my skin, and I'm premenopausal, and I'm not happy, okay? There's not enough coffee and snacks in the world to keep me satisfied right now. All right? So you better knock it the hell off and start making me happy. Huh?
You know, that's the right thing for the wealthiest nation in the world to do. And today, I'm announcing over $1 billion in new humanitarian support for Africans displaced from homes by historic droughts and food insecurity. We know African leaders and citizens are seeking more than just aid. You seek investment. So the United States is expanding our relationship all across Africa, from assistance to aid, to investment to trade, moving from patrons to partners, to help bridge the infrastructure gap. I was told, by the way, when I got elected, I could never get an infrastructure bill passed.
All right. Now, Chicago. The Windy City. Yeah. Here's a Chicago citizen for you. And this girl, I like her. I like her. She's going off. She's going off at the mouth, just like I do, on the Chicago mayor. Why? Because he's prioritizing and he's protecting those who don't need protecting. Okay, like the ones that like to walk across borders that don't belong here.
Ma'am, I would ask that you keep your, hold on a second, stop her time, just a second.
Some of y'all say y'all willing to go to jail for it. Trump, Tom Homan, make an example out this Negro right here first. Please come here first, because you know what? We're going to help you. We want a forensic
Ma'am, I would ask that you keep your, hold on a second, stop her time, just a second, stop her time. Ma'am, I would ask that you, if you want to continue speaking, you have to make sure that your language is appropriate, okay? All right.
We got Alex.
Okay, you can begin her time again.
You're going to spend our tax dollars to go, Michael Rodriguez, you said to take Trump to court to protect these illegals. You said you're going to spend our tax dollars to take Trump to court to protect these illegals if they try to come in your district. And then you said all of y'all in cahoots with each other to do it. Okay, so now we about to make y'all famous. We're going to let all y'all constituents know who y'all ratting for, that y'all wouldn't spend our tax dollars to protect illegals and to get them legal services. So that's what we're doing. That's cool, because we about to make all of y'all aldermen famous. Y'all think this is how it's going to rat? I think not. Flip Chicago red. We not playing.
Now let's check out what's going on in Batshit Bunkers, Britain. Huh?
Breaking news here in batshit bonkers Britain, where Trump has been full Trumpy overnight. He told Justin Trudeau, the little soy from Canada, that if Canada wants to keep ripping off America to the tune of $100 billion a year, maybe it'd be best if America just takes over Canada and makes it the 51st state. Then he appointed a French ambassador. It's Trump's daughter Tiffany's father-in-law, and he doesn't even speak French. And then he told Hamas they better give the bloody hostages back before he gets into power, otherwise all hell will break loose in the Middle East. That's just a day in the life of Trumpy Trump. In other news, Jill Biden has her decorations up in the White House again, and it is a travesty. And that's coming from a woman who's committed elder abuse for the last 4 years, keeping her husband in power. I can only assume the decorations were designed by the same twat who's done the rebrand over at Jaguar. And finally, important news on Mudeng. Mudeng is both a pygmy hippopotamus baby born in Thailand and a Solana-based token which might be listed on Coinbase very shortly. Yes, I know. And finally, the BBC has come up with its top 100 women of 2024, and I'm not on the list. I mean, presumably someone took a day off, or my name slipped through the cracks. BBC, could you just check that list, because surely I should be on it. Thank you. This is batshit bonkers Britain.
All right, now, America, ladies and gentlemen, patriots. There is currently a robbery in progress, okay? The EPA advisor, Brent Efron, he has admitted that there is an insurance policy to launder as much of our tax dollars to the sea change efforts before 47 even assumes his tiny hiney into the office, into the Oval Office, and starts doing his thing. Now, like I said, what did Joey Boy just approve? $1 billion to humanitarian aid to African nations because of natural disasters. Because he doesn't remember what happened just, what? Oh, I don't know, 2 months ago? That was caused by what? You want to call that climate change? Whatever. I think it's a hoax. But I'll go on. They're stealing everything. They're stealing everything that isn't nailed down. Okay? We might as well nail our asses down to whatever comfy seat we can.
Now we're just having to get the money out as fast as possible before they come in and like fuck up. It truly feels like we're on the Titanic and we're throwing like gold bars off the edge.
Who are the gold bars going to?
Nonprofits, states, tribes. We gave them the money because it was harder. If it was a government-run program, they could take the money away. If Trump won, and because it was a insurance policy against Trump winning. Until the Trump people come in and tell us we can no longer give out money. I do environmental, climate policy things.
Really?
Yeah.
It's amazing. Is that here? That stuff is here?
I mean, because I do like federal government climate things. Well, I have been doing that. But that might change. But
why?
So we're at the EPA. So a lot is going to change.
Amazing.
So I do, you know, the Inflation Reduction Act. Have you heard of it?
Yes.
Okay, Biden's climate law.
Yes.
Yeah. So I do IRA implementation. I work with like Biden appointees. The money that we've given out like tens of billions of dollars, like over the last year. Over the last year, we've given out probably like $50 billion.
$50 million?
Billion with a B.
$50 billion.
Yes, for climate things. So like to go work for one of these places, I think would be really cool.
What are the places that you've given them to?
It's only been a few weeks, so it's a little early. But like green banks. So they're like nonprofit institutions that are like making it more financially feasible to build renewables, to do like climate projects. I do implementation now. So I do like how do you spend $100 billion? How do you make sure that like they're the proper, well, until recently, how do you make sure the proper like processes are in place to like prevent fraud and to prevent abuse and to like ensure that like we are funding like good paying jobs and that sort of stuff. Now we're just having to get the money out as fast as possible before they come in and like fuck up.
Really?
Yeah.
You can do that?
nonprofit to an extent, just like within reason.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Why not? Because if it's not gonna,
Basically, that's what it all is now. I mean, now it all is like, it truly feels like we're on the Titanic and we're throwing like gold bars off the edge.
does it really? It's gotta feel weird.
It's weird. I mean, it's not good vibes. It's not good. I mean, everyone's very sad.
Who are the gold bars going to?
Nonprofits, states, tribes, cities.
Anything like in the news that I would know of?
Not yet.
Like any organization, like
Well, they're all local. A lot of them are small, not like local nonprofits. It's like a big thing that most of the stuff we funded, but the thing that we haven't funded yet are like the local nonprofit program that like was going to be like a Kamala Harris administration program. So now we're just like getting it as quick as possible.
right. It's to the tune of $50 billion.
No, it's like $2 billion at this point. But yeah, we got most of it. Like 90% is out. But
Wow.
Yeah.
And what happens if they try to stop it? They can't?
when they come in, if you haven't gotten out the door, then they can stop it.
You got like 2 months. If they don't get it out by a certain date, what's that date?
It's the inauguration, the 20th. It's renewed on the 20th of January. Yeah.
So you can work right down to the minute.
It's probably like a little after noon, but yeah, it's basically noon. Yeah.
Hey, throw a couple billion here and there.
It's until the Trump people come in and tell us we can no longer give out money.
Wow.
So that's at the very earliest, it's noon on the 20th, and it's probably a little bit after because they have to get in the building and tell people what to do.
Will they come in and stop?
Yeah, like I think they will. I think they will come in and they will issue an order that like all grants have to stop. EPA can't give any money out until we reevaluate anything, and then they'll say we're reevaluating it, and then Congress will say we're stopping this entirely, and they'll pass a law that says all this money doesn't exist anymore that you wanted to give out. No, I think we gave them the money because it was harder. If it was a government-run program, they could take the money away.
No.
If Trump won, and because it was a insurance policy against Trump winning. So like these are basically like nonprofit institutions that will cover the entire country. They could have been a government agency, but because they aren't, they're safer from Republicans taking the money away.
You guys are like saving the world, literally.
I don't know if we are, but like we're throwing gold bars off the Titanic. Yeah.
You're doing what?
We're throwing gold bars off the Titanic. That's all we can say. We're doing. I don't know if we're saving it, but we're getting the money out.
Now, before I go, all hell is breaking loose, y'all, in South Korea. And this is after their president has declared martial law. And he even said so himself. Even if they were to lift it, he ain't lifting shit. Okay? Tensions in South Korea have reached a boiling point. Okay? As the opposition leader declares a coup, proclaiming that Yoon Suk Yeol, I know I'm not pronouncing that correctly, please excuse my accent, is no longer the president of South Korea. Chaos is unfolding as protesters are clashing with special forces. Pew pew fire is echoing throughout the streets, and military vehicles are flooding into the capital. Now, the South Korean military is seizing control of key governmental buildings, replacing local police, while special forces have stormed the parliament building. A civil war is not off the table here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? So here is footage, actual footage from the chaos and the mayhem that is going on over there. It's absurd. Now just think, martial law is going on right now in South Korea. Kim Jong-un must be like going like this right now. Yeah.
새끼들이에요, 여러분들.
네, 지금 찍고 갈게요.
여러분들 똑똑히 보세요. 군인들이 미쳤습니다, 지금. 윤석열의 개가 되면 안 됩니다, 군인들은. 윤석열을 끌어내야 됩니다. 네, 우리 군인들 국민 곁에 서 있어야 됩니다. 절대 윤석열의 개가 되지 마십시오.
친애하는 국민 여러분, 저는 북한 공산 세력의 위협으로부터 자유 대한민국을 수호하고 우리 국민의 자유와 행복을 약탈하고 있는 파렴치한 종북 반국가 세력들을 일거에 척결하고 자유 헌정 질서를 지키기 위해 비상계엄을 선포합니다. 저는 이 비상계엄을 통해 망국의 나락으로 떨어지고 있는 자유 대한민국을 재건하고 지켜낼 것입니다. 이를 위해 저는 지금까지 폐악질을 일삼은 망국의 원흉 반국가 세력을 반드시 척결하겠습니다. 이는 체제 전복을 노리는 반국가 세력의 준동으로부터 국민의 자유와 안전 그리고 국가 지속 가능성을 보장하며 미래 세대에게 제대로 된 나라를 물려주기 위한 불가피한 조치입니다. 저는 가능한 한 빠른 시간 내에 반국가 세력을 척결하고 국가를 정상화시키겠습니다. 계엄 선포로 인해 자유 대한민국 헌법 가치를 믿고 따라주신 선량한 국민들께 다소의 불편이 있겠습니다마는 이러한 불편을 최소화하는 데 주력할 것입니다. 이와 같은 조치는 자유 대한민국의 영속성을 위해 부득이한 것이며 대한민국이 국제사회에서 책임과 기여를 다한다는 대외 정책 기조에는 아무런 변함이 없습니다. 대통령으로서 국민 여러분께 간곡히 호소드립니다. 저는 오로지 국민 여러분만 믿고 신명을 바쳐 자유 대한민국을 지켜낼 것입니다. 저를 믿어 주십시오. 감사합니다.
네.
계엄 사령관이 되면 그러니까 어떻게 상황이 되는 건가요?
계엄 사령관이 되면 계엄 사령관은 우선
윤석열 대통령이 비상계엄을 선포했습니다. 비상계엄을 선포할 아무런 이유가 없습니다. 군대가 이 나라를 통치하게 내버려 둘 수는 없습니다. 검찰에 의한 이 폭력적 지배도 부족해서 총칼을 든 무장 군인들이 이 나라를 지배하려고 합니다. 그리고 국군 장병 여러분, 여러분에게 명령을 내릴 수 있는 것은 오로지 국민뿐입니다. 윤석열 대통령은 국민을 배반했습니다. 윤석열 대통령의 불법적인 비상계엄 선포는 무효입니다. 지금 이 순간부터 윤석열 대통령은 대한민국 대통령이 아닙니다. 장병 여러분, 여러분이 들고 있는 총, 칼, 여러분의 권력은 모두 국민에게서 온 것입니다. 이 나라의 주인은 국민이고 국군 장병 여러분께서 복종해야 될 주인은 윤석열 대통령이 아니라 바로 국민입니다. 국민은 윤석열 대통령의 비상계엄을 허용하지